Welcome to another Heritage Weekly, everyone. Join us every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central Time to go over the Heritage auctions of the week. And as you're watching, just keep in mind that the Heritage auctions are always volatile. Don't use these price references as the only reference for your price checking. Make sure to check eBay as well and any other auction sites to get a better idea of what games are worth. And all opinions are that of my own. If you greatly disagree with anything I say regarding any of the games, please let me know in the comments. And let's get into this week's auctions. This is actually sick. I have not seen it. This is only complete in box. Holy shit, Alien. That's actually like a really good Atari complete in box price, in my opinion. Not many Atari games complete in box sell for much. Let's rip through a preview here.
$55.
We have another Donkey Kong here, Red Box Double Dragon. Again, the PAL one. I believe one of these actually sold last week as well. Same with ET. What you're going to notice with the Atari games is a lot of them do sell week to week because, as I've said many times, factory sealed Atari isn't rare outside of select titles. So every week for the Heritage Weeklies, we're going to see repeat titles in the Atari block. We're going to see different conditions and stuff, but you're going to be able to get a good gauge of what is and isn't rare based on how frequently they show up in the Heritage Weeklies. Right here's a big one. You can see we have a Mario Bros. Atari, already at $1,000. Atari, we got a Space Invaders Red Box. This also sold last week in a 9.8 condition. Star Wars, Superman. Item has been withdrawn. Okay, so sometimes you can, I don't know the actual qualifiers or caveats to get an item withdrawn, but you can pull it from the listings. And then we get into the NES stuff, which is where stuff gets a lot more interesting. Castlevania 3 right here. Contra, that's only complete in box. Castlevania is sealed. Excite Bike complete in box, just the Rev 8 version. Metal Gear Solid complete, Tyson complete. Oh, not much NES this week, actually. Damn, that's a pretty bad selection of NES, all things considered. The Super Nintendo selection here looks a bit better, though. Ooh, look at that already. 9,000 already on the Donkey Kong Country. That's going to be interesting. We have a couple more for display only boxes. If you guys remember the Donkey Kong Country one that sold last week for 900, I'm very curious to see if this one will get that kind of price. Worst condition, obviously, but Star Fox is still awesome. We have a Pokemon Blue sealed later print. This 9.8 A++ right here is also going to be very interesting because Super Mario Kart, the original print, Black Label, is extremely expensive. So we'll see what the 9.8 A++ sells for. Then we enter into an N64 block here. Whoops. This should be perfect. Yeah, Gauntlet Legends and Hydro Thunder both wildly available as factory sealed cases for a long time. So it's very easy to find both of these in mint condition. Paper Mario I'm interested in. This Zelda, the Majora's I'm interested in. Same with Perfect Dark. You had factory cases available forever. So again, very common to find it in perfect condition. Still a really good game. People want it, but it's just not that rare, right? Genesis, nothing really. Oh, we got a Sonic here. Never mind. We got a first print Sonic 2 tube seal. So that's a very high condition there. That's going to be very interesting. Hey, we actually got some decent PS1 this one too. Final Fantasy VIII, my favorite game of all time. And Final Fantasy VII, only complete in boxes though. That's weird. Okay. There's actually a lot of good stuff coming up in this auction. This weekly is really light on the NES stuff, but it brings it back with all the PlayStation and PS2. And this, like, these two Sega games right here. The NBA Jam and the Sonic 2. The NBA Jam and the Sonic 2. Are you collector or investor? Both, tutorial guy. I do both. I collect a lot of things, but there are things that I will purchase for the pure, like, for the investment side of it, right? I have personal collection. I have more investor stuff. Have I bought anything in that website? On Heritage? Yes. I have bought if you know Yu-Gi-Oh, I bought a Cyberstein. I bought a Shojin Jump. I can't say Shojin Jump. Shojin Jump Cyberstein prize card. PSA 10 from this website. And I think that's my only purchase off of here. I don't think I've bought in video games yet, but I bought that Yu-Gi-Oh card. So here's the first big auction, is Mario Bros. And this is the 1989 print. So there is a print of this that is 1983 copyright, I believe. There might even be a 1987 copyright, and this is the 89 one. It's something like that. But you can get this game in much earlier print, and it's a lot more rare. I actually owned this print at one point in time, and I think I sold it for $300 in VGA 85-ish. I can't remember the full details, but I have owned one of these, and people laughed at me back then. That was like 2015. People laughed. Oh, how far we've come. $4,000 now, hey? That's crazy. Are the fees bad? Seller pays all fees defined. So you just pay this right here when it says with buyer's premium. This is on you, so you just pay this end price, this 132 or 144, but you don't pay any additional fees. Just always make sure you're looking at this price when you bid.
Fair warning.
My fave was FFX. I'm pretty sure I'm alone on that. Ah, that one dude, you're not. If FF8 didn't exist, FF10 would easily be my favorite one. Yeah, there are a lot of sealed PlayStation games worth grading credit. It's all the titles you'd expect, right? Like very popular games or popular Atlas games or rare sealed games. There's a lot of PlayStation worth grading. Clean cut. I'm all ready to get my office job with this new haircut. Again, I can't give a ton of commentary on the Atari block because I just don't know enough about it. I don't know enough to speak confidently. I don't want to give you guys bad advice on this. The obligatory, what's up with the Discord? Nothing yet. Nothing up with the Discord yet. We're, by the end of the month we'll have it. Don't worry. But as of right now, nothing yet. Still working on it. Gonna take a peek.
$130.
Space War, $89. Star Trek Strategic Simulator, $228. Don't know. Kind of a weird one, honestly. And the Jedi Arena. I always expect the Star Wars games to do well, just because they are Star Wars games. If you don't really collect video games, I wouldn't recommend investing in video games because there's just really no reason to expose yourself to this kind of market unless you're extremely passionate about it. And 5200 is just what this was. Yeah, Atari 5200 and 7800 just have so few collectors. There's just not really a market there. You know, when you talk about markets that might just die off entirely, like 5200 and 7800 are not popular. Then those might be the opportunities. Like maybe 5200 and 7800 will blow up in the future, but not something I would want to be holding on to. Is this sealed? Yeah, okay, this is sealed. I didn't mean to miss this auction. This is one I cared about here. So early production, they're calling it here because it has the Win a Trip to Dracula's castle here. The later print does not have this sticker. It was only a 6.0A condition, so $930. I'll have to do a little bit of price checking on it to see how it actually, to see how that price is, as I'm not sure off the top of my head, but really cool game that I would like to own. And this here was, this was only a complete in box Contra. This is not factory sealed, and I just want to see the box grade on it. Okay, that was a 9.0 box. So when you're grading your complete in box games, the box matters so much. If you have a very nice mint box, you can get a hell of a premium on it. And that's what we just saw with this Contra right here. Only an 8.0 overall, but you can upgrade the manual and you can upgrade the cartridge and turn that into a 9 overall. And you might sell it for twice as much. Literally, going from an 8 to a 9, you might get twice as much money. These were just complete in box here, a mid-print Excite Bike, and this was a complete in box Metal Gear Solid. I think this is complete in box Tyson as well. 6.5 mid-production print again. What's the box on this one? 5.5? Really? Box is beat. With a 9.2 cart inside. That's so weird. It's weird that the cartridge... I mean, the cartridge is most likely to survive, but it's weird to grade this as a package. You know what I mean? Why put that nice of a cartridge with that shitty of a box and manual? It's just kind of weird. Yeah, this is sealed. I assumed so. Really cool game. I love the LucasArts box designs on NES. What'd that sell for there? $960. Yeah, I love these Star Wars games. If you don't know, Zoda's Revenge here, Star Tropics 2, was available factory sealed for a very long time. This is, again, one of those games that's easy to find in mint condition, so it's going to sell for a decent price, and it's a decent grade, but you know what I mean? $228. I own one myself in that condition. And I think I paid like $60 to $80 a few years ago. It was always available. I want to make sure I didn't miss the big one. Okay. This is 9.8 A++. Whew. I didn't realize this was a perfect grade copy. Is this it? $3,000. 9.4 A+. What print is this? Tell me what print this is. I'll check after. I need to know what print it is.
Fair warning.
$15,000 for Donkey Kong Country. That's big. Let's take a peek. Made in Japan K to A, so it's made in Japan, and it is a first print. Made in Japan, first print. So first print is made in Japan, and then also you have to have this little kids to adult right here over the, I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor. Right above the barcode, there's a little kids to adult thing. First print has it written there. On the second print, which is also made in Japan, there are two made in Japan prints. The second print does not have this little kids to adult banner right here. And this Donkey Kong Country 2, a Donkey Kong Country 1, Player's Choice, 9.8 A++, sold for $10,000 on eBay. So that's why I was so interested to see what the Donkey Kong Country 2 would do as well. Which, I mean, $2,600 is nothing to slouch at. That's very high. And now we're getting back into those 4 display only boxes. Pilot Wing's obviously a low-key title, but we'll see what the Start Box one goes for. That's the more interesting one to me. So this is only an 8.5 box. These 4 display only boxes are kind of like not for resale cartridges. Most of them are in perfect condition though, because most of them were kept unfolded. Like these were like store back order or something like that. So an 8.5 condition on this really isn't that good. The guy who made that Super FX graphics chip started a cryptocurrency in like 2015, 2017. He started Fun Token, if you know of that crypto. And it is now defunct and it did not work. Fun fact for you. 15K DKC, that might be the big winner. I'm thinking it might be. There was one other big one, I can't remember now, that was coming up. Maybe it was PlayStation that it was for? Oh, no, there's the Sonic 2. Okay, Sonic 2 has a shot, a chance. Now, this is a Pokemon Blue 8.0 A grade with a Rattata print, so it's a later print. Oh, no, it's a whitey. Never mind. I'm very curious as to what this will sell for, though. I personally have a VGA 85, this version, Rattata print, Rattata whitey. 4,000? You know, getting down to $4,000 for a Pokemon Blue, it sounds $30. It sounds believable, right? Like that is like, it's still an expensive entry point, but you can now own a Pokemon Blue in decent condition for $4,000.
$70.
Still expensive, don't get me wrong, that's still expensive, but it feels like the FOMO prices and the whole Pokemon rush on the video games is dying down on the lower end of the games. The higher end is still unreachable, unobtainable, but the lower stuff is coming down a bit. Now, is 9.8 the highest grade? It is not the highest grade, but it is the highest realistic grade, if that makes sense. Getting a perfect 10.0 in WATA is basically impossible. So 9.8 is the practical highest grade. The 9.8 A++ Player's Choice Super Mario Kart. That's a good sale. I don't mind that price, honestly. Like, I think there's potential there at paying $6,000. That's the issue with a lot of the video game investing now, is you have to really have money to play in this market, you know? That could be a good price at $6,000, but you have to have like $20,000 cash in order to make that play.
Fair warning.
It's really hard. Can you make it for the different variants of Super Mario Bros? The printing in the years, like the one you made with Legend of Zelda for NES? Please! Yes, Eduardo. I will do one of those eventually. Or Spice, sorry. Yeah, Spice, I'll do one eventually. It's a lot more information. And have you checked out the
Fair warning.
The WATA Black Box Guide? I'll just link you quick. Because on the WATA Black Box Guide, you can see all of the different prints for every Black Box game. Not only the here.
Fair warning.
So that will show you picture by picture and a lot of information about all of the Black Box video games, including Mario Bros, and it will get you up to speed on it. It's a long read, there's a lot of information, and it's written by the guys who run WATA. So, it's coming right from the source, really. Is WATA 10 similar to Black Label VGS 10? Yeah, it is. That's exactly routed. Even if you have, you know, you can submit 10, 20, 30 perfect items. If you don't have the... You know, all the stars aligned, like you said, you just won't get the WATA 10. It doesn't matter what condition it's in. So, there's 9.8 A++, and then there's, you submitted it on the one day the grader feels like giving you a 10. It's the exact same way as that.
$130.
So your 9.8 A++ acts as your PSA 10. Gauntlet 408 makes sense. Like I said, this Gauntlet Legends was available for so long in factory sealed form.
$50.
And same with Hydro Thunder. Just factory cases of this game. So I don't expect this to sell for much more than, you know, $200 where it is right now. There's just a lot of these in mint condition floating around out there. So it creates that, like, you know, that the rationale of why settle. Like, why settle on a 9.2 A++ when you can get a VGA 90, 95, WATA 9.8 for probably another $100 or 200. You know what I mean? A marginal increase. Paper Mario is one of the cheaper N64 mainline Mario titles, and I don't really know why. Maybe this will change that. Yeah, $2,000, yeah. For whatever reason, Paper Mario just doesn't have that, like, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 upside, even on perfect copies. So seeing, you know, an 8.5, what was that, 8.5 A+? 8.5 A+ selling for that amount is It's kind of where they all fall, actually. Perfect Dark, again, a game that was available in factory sealed cases for a long time. That's why you only see it selling for $1,000, even though it's a 9.8 A++. There actually are quite a few of them floating around out there, but it's Zelda, right?
Fair warning.
It's Zelda. We'll see what this one gets. 3K?
$200.
2,800? See, this is a game where I would not submit this to Heritage. There's no reason to submit a game like this to Heritage auctions. You have just as good of an audience on eBay for a game like this. Oh shit! This Pokemon Pinball's 9.8 A++, boys. I didn't realize that.
Fair warning.
Is this gonna go higher? Alright, I'm sure that's already a record price for that game.
$20.
I don't think I've ever seen a Pokemon Pinball Ruby Sapphire sell for like $3,000, so. And that was Super Mario Bros. For Wii in 9.2A condition, which really isn't that great, but $468 is pretty good, really. This is another Wii title that I think is awesome. Like, this is a good price. Like, yeah, sure, it's a 9.2A, right? Not great condition, but
$70.
simply grading this game would cost you $50, $60. So to get it right, again, not great condition, 9.2A, but like $138. This is complete in box. So what, are we gonna watch this? A complete in box The Twilight Princess on Wii is gonna outsell a factory sealed Punch Out on Wii. Does that make sense? What do you think?
$140.
Because this is only an 8.5.
Fair warning.
Like, this isn't a 9.4, 9.6 or anything. This is an 8.5 complete in box. I don't know. I don't agree with that at all.
$75.
You know, like, this relativity right here just doesn't make sense. Now, the big one we're still waiting for here is the Sonic 2 first print. And that's going to be the other... That one might pass Donkey Kong Country. I'm not sure where this game sits right now. Because one of the best things you can find right now, one of the best arbitrage situations are when game stores don't know the black box variants, but you do. Because they sell for massive price differences depending on the variation. So if you have that information in your back pocket, you're ahead of 98% of people. What's NBA Jam going to sell for here? 9.6 A++ is very difficult on Genesis too. Well, the A++ seal is very difficult. Obviously, because it's a hard box, the 9.6 maintains itself. But the... Holy shit! Whew! Okay. Wow! Holy shit! That jumped so much!
$3.
Wow!
85.
Now I need to go and price check Sonic 2. That's first thing after the auction finishes here. We need to see... We need some sales records on this. Wow, wow, wow. 26,000.
$60. $70.
Wow, 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 wow. That's insane. Space Channel 5 factory case. Didn't one of these sell last week? I'm like positive we saw a factory case last week as well. Of Space Channel 5. I want to buy one of these. Space Channel 5 is cool.
$170.
If there's one again next week, I will bid on it. Because like $204 to own 4 of them? Okay, so here's a 9.6 complete in box. And I know that, like, right, it's complete in box. That's not that hard. But once you get into the 9.6 complete in box, that's a perfect copy. Like, there's very little wrong with it. Like, grading this, just to get this graded would be like $80 on the FF8. I'm extremely biased. I love FF8. So listen to my rant. So this is going to be almost $80 to grade it, right? And then you get a perfect copy inside. I don't know. Factory sealed ones are moving into like the $1 to $2 to $3 grand range. So $200 to have an awesome display piece in perfect condition. I think it's a good price.
$190.
I don't know.
$240.
This doesn't seem that expensive to me. What? This only sold for 500? Oh, 690. Okay, a bit higher, but still.
$95.
No cracks and must have some rips in the seal, but like, not bad for Parasite Eve 2.
Fair warning.
You know what I mean? Like that's a good Squaresoft title.
$10.
12 copies of FIFA 04. Nice, real nice. People will pay at least $100 for anything in a WATA case because the cost of grading is basically $50 to $100. So if you pay, $120 for a WATA graded video game, you basically got the game inside for free. So if you just want a cool item to display, hey, right? Not bad. What the hell God of War just sell for there?
$440.
2,800 for God of War. Remember when one sold for 11,000?
Fair warning.
Do you guys remember that? Same grade, I believe. Sold for 11K back in February. So don't think that all this stuff goes up, you know? There are some instances where you can buy something and really lose your ass if you don't know what you're doing. Why did this Outbreak sell for so low? Because it is from the Essentials box set. That's why. So if you look on the back, you're going to see part of a set. So this is as shitty as a Grand Theft Auto Trilogy back game. Because this game in its original print is actually quite expensive. Same with Nocturne here. This is a reprint of Nocturne. Because if you look at it up here, there's no security strip. A lot of these SMT games got late reprints on the PS2, including this one right here. So it's very common to find these games factory sealed. God of War is going for a lot. Yeah. God of War exploded at the start of the year and has actually steadily come down since then. Like, you know, that's, like I said, that game, that same God of War print, because that's a later print, sold for 11,000 a lot earlier, and then like 7,000, 5,000, and then the first print took over, and now the second print one, which is just what's sold today, is still coming down. So those are still leveling themselves out. But yeah, God of War is one of the premier PlayStation 2 titles right now. Will that last? I don't know. We'll have to see what population reports say. This is cool.
Fair warning.
It's a low-key title, but like, I love these Street Fighter games. I'm a big Street Fighter fan too. And I'm also extremely curious on these because I bought myself one because I thought they were awesome games. $500? I'll take it.
$950.
Why did Tomb Raider just blow it away though? Really? Am I crazy?
Fair warning.
Is Tomb Raider twice as cool as as Fellowship of the Rings? Come on.
$12.
Come on. I can't believe that Tomb Raider in worse condition doubled the Fellowship of the Rings. They've always included Pokemon now. Every week we get Pokemon auctions, which I personally love. I'm a big fan of the Pokemon stuff, but it's a lot better than buying some random Switch game. Like, spending $500 on Breath of the Wild, I think, is safer than spending $500 on some random limited run games game. That's my opinion on that. And this is a 9. That's Spiro, or Firo, sorry. Lieutenant Surge is Firo. Is a card that I actually do want to buy. I'm going to pay a close attention here to what that one sells for. What's the max grade a person can get through WATA with a video game that has a tear on the front of the seal? Assuming everything else is perfect, you will get a 9.8 grade on the box or the case, and then your seal with a tear in it will probably get a B+ or an A. Yeah, exactly, Jordan, right? You can pick up these unlimited WotC packs, grade them, get a PSA 9, 10 on them, and probably 3 or 4 extra money if you get the 10. And now that the PSA cases actually don't look like shit for graded packs, which, this was insane. I'll show you guys what they used to do. This made no sense to me. They would literally, like, wreck your pack. So right now you can see on these ones, right? It's up at the top, up at the bottom, looks good, looks good. But on the older ones, see if I can find an older one here. Here. They would literally take your pack, your Pokemon pack, and just fold the shit out of it. Like, look at this fold at the bottom. How could that thing... They would do that to a PSA 10 pack of cards, just fold the shit out of the top and bottom, and I'm supposed to believe it's still mint condition? It made no sense. No sense. Here's the new design again, I'll show you. Where you can actually... They no longer fold the shit out of it. So, I think there's, buy some unlimited packs, get them graded. I think they look awesome and they make great display pieces.
Fair warning.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, that's awful. It makes no sense. I don't know why PSA did it. I don't know why people wanted to grade their packs like that. You're literally causing damage to them. If you take it out of the case, I don't think there's any chance that you could regrade it as a PSA 10.
Fair warning.
How could you, right? It'd be creased across the top and bottom. Makes no sense. The PSA 9 Pokemon cards, they're coming back down in price, I tell you.
Fair warning.
When I first got into Pokemon about October, PSA 9s were hovering in the 200 range. Most of them, right? Almost all PSA 9 Pokemon cards.
Fair warning.
Vintage. In that 200 to 400 range. And we're getting back there with good cards.
$70.
Because I remember like a card like this jumped up to
$75.
jumped up to almost $300-400 during the peak of the Logan Paul hype, right? And now you can see that it's back down to an actual sustainable price.
$110. $120.
Which, again, I will bid on this because I actually do want Firo's.
You've been outbid.
I do actually want this one.
Fair warning.
144. One more.
$140.
Oh shit! I got the jump bid. We jump bid.
Fair warning.
Might be mine, boys.
$90.
I think we got that one. Cool.
156
US. What a beautiful card. I actually love Firo. That's exciting. That's really exciting. It's nervous, but it's also exciting, right? So it's nervous to spend money. I just want to confirm now again. After I buy something, I always get scared that I misread it. Because I'm like, oh shit, why didn't someone else outbid me? Yeah, it's first edition. We're good, we're good. Okay, quickly here, I just gotta do a little recap. So with the Atari block, it looks like this alien was a really big one. This surprised me. I actually want to do a little bit more research on this to see why this sold for $516. I don't know if it's an uncommon game altogether, or if this is just, you know, a little bit of heritage magic, making this sell for more than it otherwise would on eBay, but $516 for a complete in box one? It seems like a strong sale. Complete in box Donkey Kong for $100. Like you said, any WATA graded game is going to sell for $100, basically. E.T. 156. Here's the first big one of the day, the Mario Bros 9.2A. That sold for $3,800. It was the later print of the Atari release, but still, $3,800 is a very strong sale. Oh, factory sealed cases of some games here. Roadrunner, Super Baseball, Missile Command. And then this is 5200 Missile Command. You know, 3 of them there for 138. Again, 3 of them for 109. Just no real demand on those. I don't know if it'll ever pick up. So we had a Castlevania Dracula's Curse here. WATA 6.0A. Not a high grade, but it was a first print version with the, I'll just show you quick, with the sticker to win a trip to Dracula's hometown. The later print of this game had that sticker removed when the competition ended. So $930, it's one of those prices where you can add one to your collection for a reasonable price, and it still displays nicely, right? Not really a great... it might be a great investment piece, but generally you want to try and go for higher grade stuff when you do invest. I see this as more of a personal copy, and you're just buying one to have for your personal collection. That's my take on that. This Contra 8.0 sold for $720, which seems high, honestly, but the box was a 9.0, so if you were to take this 8.0 Contra and piece it together into a 9.0, you could honestly probably double this price. Mid-print Excite Bike, complete in box Metal Gear, complete in box Tyson. Really, for a 6.5 here, this box was like a 5.5, selling for $480. I think you can just pop on eBay and get something nicer. This is just, you know, purely buying on WATA and Heritage. I don't see the point. Empire Strikes Back, WATA 9.2A for $960. Makes sense to me. Clay Fighter here. Oh, this was a complete in box. Shit, I missed that. I didn't realize that this Clay Fighter was only complete in box. And it is the made in Japan print. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there is a Majesco remake of this game. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Then we get into some of the bigger ones here of the day. We had the Donkey Kong Country 2 9.8 A++, which sold for $2,600. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to click that. Didn't mean to exit either. That's enough of Donkey Kong 2, I guess. And then we had the Donkey Kong Country, the 9.4 A+ first print, sold for $14,400. And I'm not sure if this is a record or not on this sale. I actually need to go and get a little bit more price data on this afterwards and see how this leveled off. If you make an account on Heritage, you can then search stuff in the records up here. Like I can type in Donkey Kong Country and we can just see if on Heritage there are any more. When I do the price analysis though, I will also check eBay and other avenues to see. But yeah, you can see that this is a record right here for Donkey Kong Country. Wow, hey, look at that. Here's a made in Japan one from July 2019. 9.8 A+. And it sold for $2,600. Oh, how far we have come in only 2 short years, hey? Another couple of 4 display only boxes here in the Pilot Wings and the Star Fox, 144 and 156 respectively. Those prices make a lot more sense than the one we saw last week, sell for like $900, the Donkey Kong Country one, but maybe it just didn't have the condition premium. We'll have to see if more nice ones come up before we can make a real good gauge of what's going on with those. Super Mario Kart Player's Choice 9.8 A++, $5,700. And I honestly don't hate this price because a Player's Choice 9.8 A++ of of Donkey Kong Country. 9.8 A++ Player's Choice Donkey Kong Country sold on eBay for almost $10,000. So if you look at the Player's Choice of Super Mario Kart, perfect condition, right? It's not bad. It's not bad relative to what the Donkey Kong Country sold for. When you're talking about these 9.8 A++ games that don't really sell, all you can really gauge is your relativity between like games or like sales. So it's hard to say if the person overpaid or underpaid here, but I don't hate this price. Got a few Game Boy Colors here. This Yoda game actually kind of surprised here on Game Boy Color for $720. I don't think you could replicate this sale if you were to go to eBay, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is a rare Game Boy Color game. If you know more about it, let me know in the comments. The Tony Hawk Pro Skater, like I honestly expected Tony Hawk to outsell Yoda. But again, if there's something I'm missing, let me know. Gauntlet Legends 9.8 A+ and Hydro Thunder, both of these games were available in factory cases for a long time. Not surprised to see their end prices there. Paper Mario, this one doesn't actually come up that often, but it doesn't have the same kind of demand or allure as the other big Mario games. And we might see that change in the future. I don't think this game is overpriced yet at this point. Yes, it's only an 8.5 A+ condition, but I don't know. I think Paper Mario deserves more respect than this. Perfect Dark, 9.8 A++ for $1,000. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, $2,600. Then we actually had this Pokemon Pinball, Ruby and Sapphire, WATA 9.8 A++ selling for $3,360, which that has to be a new record for this game. I'm going to make sure afterwards, but I don't think I've seen it selling for that much. Makes sense, it's a Pokemon title, that's kind of what they do. Then we entered into Gamecube here. There's one lone Gamecube game in this block, and it sold for $384, Crash Nitro Kart. Where are the Crash fans at? Then we had a few Wii games here where I think this is the biggest surprise maybe. A Twilight Princess 8.5 complete in box. You know, it's not sealed, it's just complete in box. Selling for $156, while Punch-Out only sells for $138. You know, the complete in box will forever be more common than a factory sealed. Punch-Out's a good game. That's my opinion. Some low-key Genesis here until we get into this Sonic 2 9.6 A++ tube seam seal, which is the first print on this game. I'm just going to see their write-up on it. First appearance of Tails. It is a forever iconic game. I don't see this one ever not being collectible, but holy shit, $26,000. Let's just do a quick search on this one too and just see what we got for price history. So we had the 9.8 A++ sold back in April. This is the same game, same variation right here. So the 9.8, the perfect copy, sold for $21,000 2 months ago? April, May, June, 2 months ago? And now we see that the 9.6 A++ is selling for more already. So by this sale, if we take the 9.6 A++ sale and, you know, do our transitive properties, this one now should be worth $35,000, $40,000 at auction. We'll have to see once the next perfect one comes up, but it just shows that this sale for $26,000 isn't an outlier. This isn't some extreme sale. It is a record, I believe, but it's not unfounded. It makes sense given, I always hate saying it makes sense because this doesn't make sense, right? We can all agree this doesn't make sense. This is pretty extreme, but it makes sense for everything else going on around it. Continuing on here, we had Echo the Dolphin, 7.5 A condition, selling for $132. Give Echo some respect, my god. I know it's the Sega CD console, but it's still Echo, right? Does no one care? Does anyone care about Echo the Dolphin? And then we had the Final Fantasy VIII. These are complete in box right here. The 8 and the 7 are complete in box. And you can see that the 8 is in 9.6 condition, which is damn near flawless, especially for a complete in box game. This is a very hard grade to get. Selling for $192, while the 8.57 doubles it. What print is this? So we have, what, 3 shitty discs? An 8.0 view full size. Give me this. Is this realistic violence? Okay, so it's a first print. And look at these disc grades, right? They're saying it's an overall 8.5 here. And the discs are graded individually with an overall 8. So the box, right? You can just swap out the case for any case. That is not hard. Why would you want to pay $408 for that copy of Final Fantasy VII? Metal Slug X, the Mate Tyson Boxing. The Parasite Eve 2 here, right? You can get a 9.8A Parasite Eve 2 for only $300 more than a complete Final Fantasy VII. Oh, Nocturne, SMT3, Street Fighter EX3, WATA 9.8A+. I think this is a really, really cool game for $400. Like, it's Street Fighter EX. It's an early PS2 game. It's not common to find factory sealed. I think that's a really good price. I think that's a much, much, much better price than this Angel of Darkness selling for $1,000. This doesn't make sense. This does. this should be selling for, at absolute maximum, the same as Fellowship of the Rings. Again, if I'm wrong on this, if you're a big Tomb Raider fan, if you know something about Angel of Darkness that I don't, let me know in the comments. Then 2 lone Xbox games, neither of which are really that exciting, but I mean, Aquaman kind of put on here, I'll be honest. $400 for Aquaman is no slouch. And then we go into the Pokemon lot here, which I actually did purchase something this auction. Give it up for Greg. $156 for a PSA 9 first, Lieutenant Surge's Bureau. Happy to own it, happy to have it, super cool. I've wanted this card for over a year now since I started collecting Pokemon again, and good price, I'm happy. And that does it for this week's Heritage Auction. Make sure to join in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Time, and we go over the Heritage Auctions, we talk video games, anything you guys want to bring up. And see you guys next week. All right, I'm done. My job here is done.